What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for the love and support. Thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. Thank y'all for sharing my videos, man, commenting on my videos, liking my videos. I really appreciate that. I really do. I really do. And second thing I want to say is I want to thank y'all for enjoying the songs that I put out on yesterday on one of my videos. I humbly appreciate that, man. I'm happy y'all enjoyed it. I'm happy y'all heard the full context of the intro that I have in the beginning of my videos. So I do thank y'all for that, also for liking it also. And thank you for the love. Today is Monday. How's your Monday going? You know what I'm saying? How's your Monday going? My Monday is dragging. I kind of overslept today, man. And I just woke up about 30 minutes ago. So I just been trying to get myself together. But other than that, I had a great weekend. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I went to the movies and saw Ready or Not 2. Really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first one also. Both of them still similar, but I like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think the movie was great, except the satanic parts of the movie. The movie's very satanic. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's very satanic. It's a lot of different clues in that movie that y'all gonna peep if y'all ever do get a chance to see it. So, but anyway, before we get started, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Now, the Democrats. The Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats. The Democrats are, the Democrats, man, they have no shame in their game on how they do things or how they run things. And I think it's just crazy to me, man, how for all these decades we never peeped it. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the last 2 decades. You know what I'm saying? Even when Obama got in office, it was just certain little things that was going on. And I'm like, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Or I never seen an immigrant politician do this and, do that until now. But why our black politicians don't do that? But anyway, it's a rep by the name of Pramila Jayapal. I think that's her name. I think she's an Indian lady. And, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I might edit it. No, I ain't going to edit it out. But anyway, it's a lady by the name of Pramila Jayapal. And she's a Democrat. She's a representative. And she proposed a bill or proposed saying that immigrants need reparations. Yes, y'all heard it. Immigrants need reparation. Migrants need reparation. Refugees basically need reparation. She's lumping all these people together because of the mass deportation. So basically her excuse is, well, the reason why they need reparation because of the trauma. Because of them being scared of being deported. I think that's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. And in the context of this, she said something about basically being kidnapped and disappeared and using these key trigger words. Trump is attacking children. Well, the Trump attack on children, that's wild to me too, man. I think it's crazy. I think it's highly disrespectful how the Democrats would want to save all these immigrant groups, but don't want to save Black America. And I'm not expecting a political party to do anything for Black Americans, but this particular political party always fight for our votes, always want to talk to us, always be at the churches, always be at different schools, always be on TV. You see them on social media. They do all these things, blickety black, black, black. They talk to us in an emotional way, but they never talk to us about business, about tangible things they're going to do for the Black community. They always give up emotional reassurance. You know what I mean? That's all they do. And to see this woman, I think she's an Indian woman too. I don't know. She looked Indian to me. But to see this Indian woman, who I believe is racist towards Black people, and I heard a lot of different people say that she is racist towards Black people and she's very anti-Black. She just hang around certain type of people just to get that clout, I guess, showing that she's not racist. But I think it's disrespectful because what about Black American trauma? What about the trauma we've been through? After slavery, during Jim Crow, doing after the civil rights movement, during those times. What about our trauma? What about the crime bill? What about the war on drugs? What about drugs being placed in our community? What about the court system? What about everything that's against us as Black people? Discrimination at the jobs. All these things. You don't think we traumatized as Black people? You don't think we deserve something? Nobody never say like, hey, we Black people need reparations. You know what I'm saying? Black people need to get this done we need to get this done because Black people been through a lot in this country. And as Democrats, we should give Black people something. Not no words of encouragement. Not leaning on their emotions. We gotta give these black people tangibles for all the stuff they have been through, and for them helping us get elected all the time, and we don't do nothing for them. That would be the right thing to say, but they not. I think they spitting in our face, man, and it's still gonna be black Americans that still gonna vote for these people. Once again, I'm not a Republican advocate. Okay, I'm not a Republican advocate because Republicans are racist too, and I shouldn't have to say this all the time. Both of them are racist, but I'm only talking to the Democrats because they the one play these little mind games with my people, and I don't like that. They know my people. Some of my people gonna fall for the okie doke with them. Why should we pay out of our tax dollars immigrants that came over here illegally, or their TPS has expired? Why? Why? How does that make sense? Why my family? Why my matter of fact? This is a good one. My partner daddy got caught up in that 94 crime bill, right? He got arrested in like 96, 97 or something like that. And he got thrown away for like almost 20 years behind that, man. And nobody didn't talk about how his children was traumatized. Nobody don't talk about that. Nobody don't talk about how this affected his life, my friend's life. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about how he had to go through life without his father for all those years. For something that's so small. I think they called him like 2 crack rocks in his pocket. And they gave that boy 20. Really, they gave him 40 years, but they cut it down to 20. He ended up getting out in 20 years. Where my partner reparations at? When y'all kicked in their door, what about how y'all left him traumatized, him and his sister traumatized? Where are their reparations? See, you ain't gonna never hear no black Democrat politician talk like that. Because black Democratic politicians are the worst also for us as black people. Especially the ones that overly express the love for immigrants. That overly express their love for how we going to help the immigrants here. How immigrants need funding and stuff like that. But these same dumb politicians that they speak for, like they speak for these immigrants still not rocking with y'all. These people still want to be around white people. They look at white people or people that look like them. Or people identify as them. And these same politicians getting swept under the rug, getting blown out with these elections because what? They only identify with people that look like them or people that are white. People that are white. As much as we talk crap about Dr. Umar, he do say some real stuff sometimes. He did make a great point that immigrant groups do not come over here to help the black Americans. They just don't. Now, he mentioned Africans, Caribbeans. I can see his point in it. But for the most part, they don't come over here and help black Americans. That's a fact. An Asian, a Latino, Indian, one of them Indian, them Indian stinky people. Who else we got? The non-white people. They ain't going to come over here and help us, man. They never stood on business with us, but we always been the one that stood on business with them. And I think they need to be studied with my black people also. So why in the hell should I care what happened to a legal immigrant? Whereas nothing, y'all didn't do nothing, y'all didn't compensate the families that a lot of people being locked up for nothing, locked up for small, minor, petty crimes, but y'all give them these long sentences that they don't deserve. Why? Man, I don't think people understand, like, we went through the crack epidemic. The crack epidemic really tore us up, right? I'm just speaking from when I was growing up, right? When they put crack in the neighborhoods and niggas was selling crack to the people in the neighborhood, I don't absolve them either. You get what I'm saying? I don't just let them off the hook because guess what? They were selling to our people. So a lot of those people that were selling crack was the reason why a lot of our communities went down. A lot of certain type of crimes that happened to our kids and stuff like that. I grew up around it. And reason why I say I don't take the blame off them because a majority of black Americans was not selling crack to their people. Majority of black Americans wasn't even in the crack game. A lot of our parents was hard working parents. A lot of our parents wasn't crackheads and dope fiends out here. Let me say that again. A lot of our parents was not crackheads or dope fiends. A lot of our parents was hard working people. I don't like this thing where we had these conversations, right? I'm pivoting, I'm bringing it back to the point. But I don't like how we had these conversations, right, when we talk about us as being black people, the history of us being black people, and how things destroyed us and stuff like that. But we always lump it up, make it seem like everybody, mamas and daddy was on crack. Everybody, mamas and daddy was selling crack. You know what I'm saying? Or people in their family was selling crack. Everybody, that's not every black person's story. But they highlight that and make it seem like, hey man, the crack era was this. Like shit, nigga, my mom and dad weren't selling crack. My mom and dad were working. My mom and dad weren't smoking crack. My mom and dad was working. They were productive people. And there's a lot of people that watch me that mothers and fathers was productive people also. So we need to start telling the positiveness of us also. The truth and the positive. You get what I'm saying? So when they talk about how the crack dealers had to do what they had to do because of poverty, I get it. But they still the culprit of this. They still put the fear in a lot of people back then. I will say that. I will say that. They played a hand in this shit that was going on in our black communities also. But I understand the cloud of white supremacy. You have lack of resources, lack of funds, lack of education, just lack of many things. It's going to draw you to do that. So I totally understand. But with the 94 crime bill, though, that did, I think that was like the nail in the coffin, in my opinion. Because there was a lot of strong males and females. Well, I won't call y'all female. I know the word female is derogatory, but I'm saying it was a lot of strong men and women. Let me say it like that. There was a lot of strong men and women during that time that held the black areas together. They held us together, right? And a lot of these men that was left over from the crack era was the last of a dying breed of men and women that made sure the kids were straight, made sure the kids got to school, made sure families was taken care of. Even some of these people was taking care of crack mamas and crack daddies and making sure the kids of those crack mamas and crack daddies was fed. You get what I'm saying? Protection from police. It was a lot of different things that didn't happen. And some of these people, man, probably was first time felons. They came back into society trying to do right. Some of them probably was doing bad things. But they kept the neighborhood balanced, right? And I know I sound like I'm contradicting myself, but I still have to look at it through both sides. But anyway, when them cats went to prison from 96, even though it happened in 94, but I saw a big decline with us from 96 to like 2001. There was a big change with the young people. You know what I'm saying? There was a big change with the young people. And that's what I saw. Families was ripped apart, man. You'll see married people not be able to put food on the table no more. It was just a lot going on. A lot of kids weren't protected getting off the bus. It was just a lot of stuff, man, in the midst of all the BS that went on during that time. And I think the 94 crime bill problem was the dagger in black society. And I think the next thing that really put us in the dirt was when Obama got elected too. That's another thing that I noticed. Because even from 2001 to 2007 or 8, that was the time where we was getting ourselves together. People was buying homes. It was just a lot of stuff going on around that time. Even though the economy collapsed during that time, I think Atlanta got kind of hit bad too. But at the same time, us as black people, we still was straight. You get what I'm saying? It was white people that were really affected by it. But black people, we were still, doing well. But when Obama got in office, man, that just threw the dirt over us, bro. We in our casket. That's when the dirt got poured over us, patted down, made sure the ground was leveled out and stuff, man. I think that's what really irked me, right? And I say that to say this. All these people need to be compensated. Even the crackheads that the government put crack in our community, even they need to be compensated. It was a lot going on during that time also, that people that was involved and around during that time in that era. It was. And it was sad to see. Sad to see. Those people need to be compensated. The people with the 94 crime bill, they need to be compensated. Our ancestors that was walking through that was fighting during the civil rights movement, they need to be compensated. Jim Crow need to be compensated. All that, man. Slavery, we need to be compensated for that. The destruction of us, man, we need to be compensated for that. Not no immigrants that came over here illegally. They had a choice to come over here. I don't like that, man. And I'm looking at projections online and certain people talking about how the Democrats gonna get back in office and stuff like that. Now I can see it because it always happened like that. It always happened like that, yo. And man, I hope they don't. Cause I ain't gonna lie. When they was in office, man, see, they always talk about Trump economy, but they don't never talk about how Biden economy was also. It was bad. It was bad and just distasteful. And even during Biden economy, man, I felt it. Like I felt it. And we had some bad economies throughout the years, but I felt it. Like real talk. I felt it like, damn. Like, okay, I could deal with this, I could deal with that, but everything messed up around here. And I know it sounds like I'm a Republican, man, but I just don't like the mind games they play with my people, man. Even with the LGBT thing and the kids and the immigrants, man, and just all this crazy stuff, man. Just it was sickening to see. And I don't have nothing against LGBT. I know a lot of people say that, but I have nothing against my LGBT people. It was just the rhetoric they were pushing, man. Then what they talking about, they believed in gender affirming care for children and stuff like that. It's just, them people demonic, man. They demonic like that movie Red or Not. I ain't saying the Republicans not demonic, but at least we know what our enemy is saying and what they are doing. These people are sneaky like the devil, man. At least we got a devil that go outside and party and shit and tell us what they gonna do. Hey niggas, we gonna gerrymander your area, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get y'all up out of here. We gonna, hey, at 6 o'clock, we gonna hang some niggas. You know, at least we are warned. But the Democrats though, man, they something else. They're a different type of species. But anyway, what do y'all think about that, man? Do you think immigrants should get reparations? Do you think immigrants should get reparations? Oh, let me say another thing too. Now I'm gonna say that for another video. But yeah, do you think immigrants should get reparations? That's all I want to know. But anyway, thank y'all so much for the love. Thank y'all so much for y'all kindness. I humbly appreciate it. Y'all continue to support me, man. I appreciate it. And y'all have a good one. Salute.